just took a shower, so that's why my hair is wet. I was at kind of a loss for what to do for this week's video, and I have this whole list on my phone of potential video ideas, and sometimes I come across an idea that I would like to do, but is not really in the theme of my channel, and I want to keep it in a particular theme, I guess. And one of those ideas was trying different everyday makeup tutorials, because I just thought it would be fun to see how other people do their makeup. And then I realized, well, what if I look up everyday teacher makeup routines? For today's video, we are going to do Liana Martin's everyday teacher makeup. And I just now realized as I was starting to film this that she did a 2020 edition, which came out in October, but I was originally looking at her 2019 one. But I think I'm just going to start with the 2021 and kind of go along with it with you, because I haven't watched this one yet, obviously. So I'm looking down here because that's where my laptop is. Also, my nose is so itchy. I'm sorry. Jesus. I'm looking down in the corner because that's where my laptop is, and I'm going to be looking at the video as I'm doing it. I'm sure I don't have a lot of the products that these people are going to be using, so I'm going to, if they use like a particular foundation, I will look up that foundation and then see if I have anything that has a similar formula to that, like a sheer or a medium or whatever. But the first thing that she said she was doing is that she just put her moisturizer, and I think she said sunscreen. So I went ahead and did that. Then she's going in with this Wet n Wild Photo Focus Dewy Foundation, which, looking at Ulta's website, okay, it says medium to full coverage foundation. So, and she just puts that all over her face, I think. So she applied the Wet n Wild foundation, but she also mixed it in with the It Cosmetics CC cream. So I'm going to use, because I think she said it was too light for her, I'm going to use the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Foundation, and then I'm going to mix in a little bit of this ColourPop Pretty Fresh foundation. It's like a tinted moisturizer. So obviously she went in with a beauty blender to blend out her foundation. Then she went in with the Too Faced Born This Way concealer, which scares me a little bit because the only full coverage concealer I have is this Kevin Aquan pot. This thing is so full coverage. So she used the wand of the Born This Way concealer and put it underneath her eyes. So I will attempt to do something like that with this concealer. I almost need like a needle because I'm so afraid that this thing is going to get everywhere. Okay, so I'm really using like the tiniest amount because this thing, its coverage is killer. And I'm just gonna dot it right under the eyes and blend it out. Blending it out with I think I said beauty blender before, but this is just a Real Techniques like microfiber one. Oh my god. Yikes. Woo. Okay, well. So I'll do it to the other side, but I need to put something else over top of it so it doesn't look like that. This concealer is also dark for me. I think it might just be my skin tone, but it's their number 3. And I use this mostly on like acne. I wouldn't use this under my eyes. So I'm gonna go in with this e.l.f. brightening concealer and see if I can fix that maybe, because that's not looking too hot. This I don't even like either. I don't use concealer, which is why this is so much of an issue for me. If I used concealer, I guess this wouldn't really be a problem. Next, she went in with a blush in the shade Dolly from Buxom, and it's kind of this toasted rose shade, and I don't have anything like it because I'm trying to not buy a ton of blushes, and it's also a powder blush. I don't use powder blush that often. So I think I'm going to go in with a mix of this blush from Patrick Ta called She's Passionate, and then also a little bit of one of these two kind of purpley shades from this Exposed Cheek palette from NARS. And she put it on, you know, where you typically see people put blush. So I'm literally just gonna so there we go, blush. A lot of blush. Okay, then she uses Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer, but I don't own a bronzer because I don't bronze. But I did just get this, you know, Sephora has those birthday gifts, I guess. So I'm using, I got the NARS one, so now I have this little baby NARS bronzer that I guess I'm gonna use. It's in Laguna. And I'm very scared because I don't know how to bronze, and this looks pigmented, and I don't know if it's my shade. She just kind of put it where she put the blush. I couldn't tell you how to bronze if you asked me. If you said I will pay you $100 to tell me how to bronze, I couldn't tell you. It just, like, I feel like, look at how pale I am. Look at my arm. I'm pale. Like, who am I kidding? Oh, Lord, have mercy on my big pale forehead. I look toasty, is one way to say that. Then she went in with an Essence highlight, and I also don't own a powder highlight other than this one from this palette. So she took like a smaller highlighting brush and dipped it in and put it on her cheekbones, which, okay, this brush is too big. You'd think, I mean, teachers have like the easiest makeup routines on the planet, and for some reason this one's really getting me. Then she put some on her nose, I think. Wow, the mirror on this thing is crusty. It's really bad. She put some on her upper lip. This is a really sparkly highlight. The one that she's using is more natural, I think she said. So, yeah. It honestly just looks like she took a kabuki brush and went over her whole face. So I have this one from Soul, which is like ColourPop's other brand. And I've literally never used it, so this should be fun. And she just kind of went all over her face with it. She didn't say anything about having powder on it, so I think she just went over everything to blend it in. So she took the Too Faced Chocolate Bonbon palette, I think, and ran a shade into her crease, and it kind of just looks like a neutrally brown shade. But in her description, she says it's, discontinued, and that you can use bronzer in its place. So I'm just gonna take the bronzer that I used earlier with this Eco Tools kind of flat crease brush and just put it in my crease. I would zoom in, but this is literally it. And then she said she took her Essence highlighter that she used as a highlighter and put it on the brow bone and in her inner corner. Jeez. Then she uses a brow mascara, which I don't think I have. I might have used the last one I had. that's a lie, I found it. So I have this CoverGirl Easy Breezy Brow. I hate it. It's so gunky and too dark. So she uses two different mascaras. The first one she uses has a very skinny thingy, and she just does that on her lower lashes. So I will go ahead and do that. I hate this wand, but it's so waterproof. Oh, you know, I actually made a video about this. Yeah, I literally did. I made a video testing different mascaras, and this one came out the winner, basically. So, if you're curious about work mascara, look at the video because I tested some other ones, and I mentioned maybe one or two other ones that I didn't test. So the mascara she used for her top lashes is from Maybelline. She used the Volume Express the Falsies Flared mascara from Maybelline, and it has kind of like that curved princess wave wand shape. And the only one I have that looks like that is this one, and it is the CoverGirl Clump Crusher. So last couple steps is she went in with a chapstick and then used the Milani lipstick in the color Teddy Bear, which is kind of like a mauvey brown shade, and it's kind of unique, so I don't really have anything like it. So I'm just going to use this mini Charlotte Tilbury lipstick that I got. It's kind of the same color. And she just kind of patted it on her lips. And then the very last step is she used the Smashbox Primer Water Spray, but I have this Itty Bitty MAC Fix Plus, which I will use instead. So that is Everyday Teacher Makeup Routine number 1. I had fun doing this. It was interesting trying to do someone else's makeup routine because you just get used to doing your own. Anytime you try to do anything out of the box, it's a little bit like, oh. It turned out really pretty, actually. I think once I put the setting spray on it, everything, the powderiness kind of came down. Here it is. So again, if you want to check out Liana's video, I will leave it down below. It's only 4.5 minutes. If you could sit through this one, you could definitely sit through that one, and you definitely should. She has another one from 2019, which is the one I actually initially thought I was gonna do. So I'll go searching for more teacher makeup routines. I might literally just type in teacher makeup routines and then click the first one I see, because I just scrolled down a little bit and then I saw her. In practice, let's summarize here. In practice, if I were to wear this makeup while I was teaching, I would probably get very sweaty because I don't wear foundation really. I wear a tinted moisturizer and I set it with powder or very lightly set it. But this is foundation and blush and bronzer and highlighter, and the more products I use on my face, the more likely I am to rub it off or to get super sweaty or whatever. Especially on my forehead. On my forehead is where I'm always really worried about it. Because I really sweat from my hairline a lot, but in general it's not that heavy. Since she ended up mixing her full coverage foundation with kind of a medium coverage CC cream, it gave me a little more flexibility with my skin. I feel like I look really glowy and pretty, so I'm generally really happy about it. I think that eye makeup is good. It's really simple. This is definitely something I would do. So again, I'll put the link down below, but definitely go check out her channel. It seems like she hasn't uploaded in a little bit, but she has other videos up on there, so definitely go check her out.